Say morning.
Morning.
Chuck, you missed out again yesterday.
It was a delicious meal.
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
Scotty's been waiting all day to tell you this.
Man.
Cafe Rio salad.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I should've-
I like it.
I should have left the hospital and gone and got lunch and gone back.
That would totally been worth it.
Yeah.
It was super good.
Seriously.
I was like, I don't know why they do this when Chuck is not here, but it's hilarious.
Seriously, man. Man, if I'd known, I would have had the surgery scheduled for a different day. Man.
Exactly, right?
I'm sure my wife would have understood. Yeah.
Exactly.
She would have
Yeah.
matched it. I mean, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
That's better
Everything
than
go
the
okay?
restaurant.
Yeah.
Everything go okay, Chuck?
Yep, it went good. So.
Okay. Okay. That's everyone. Let's go ahead and get rolling.
Okay, I was working on comments in pull request. I was resolving the comments from Dan in the downsample story. There is some pending topics there. Dan mentioned something about create a sort of ticket in ABC PDF support, or trying to figure out how to deal with some rastering thing. So now I am working on another story, which is the HFP report, release all records matching filter and batch then isolated. Well, I am analyzing this. There is some not resolved path in the story that need to address. I need to address, but I think this would be a doable thing. So I will continue working with that by today. Well, that is my status so far.
Okay. Well, yesterday I worked on the spine for thickness changes and keep doing more pull requests. I am doing that right now. Ryan, on the one you assigned to me about the on-prem Handfire queues, I think you want to take a look at that as well. That's quite big refactoring there.
Yeah, I mean, I know the general idea. Dan talked to me about it and explained what we need to do there, and it makes sense to me. I haven't done the code review, but I am aware of what we're trying to do. So I will look at it also. But I just wanted you to be aware of it also. So I thought that would be good for you to review.
Yeah, sure. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
Oh, and Sebastian, just go ahead and add me to that so that it shows up as well. I'll make sure I do that.
Okay, I will do that right now.
Thanks. Okay.
Thank you for buying me a second to chew up the rest of my protein bar. Okay. Yeah. My mouth was full of like crap. Okay. So let's see. On Tuesday, then I was mostly just working on switching over everyone to the DHL codes and just trying to make sure I wasn't doing anything that shouldn't. So took a bit of work, and then there's still some leftover stuff to go through. and I think there's been more stuff that they found. Maybe I know there's emails and stuff I got to go through and tickets. And then I also created a story because there are some cluster is one of them where cluster is one where we're setting methods statically in the code when for different conditions, and so I'm gonna have to change that there. And then also there's a few places where we do can't think of the word, but for certain conditions, like I think we're probably starting at like a FedEx one rate envelope. I don't know what it is. We're upgrading the method to one rate pack when it hits a certain size. And anyway, so gonna have to look at that code and see what the right way is to switch that to DHL. I don't know if that's super straightforward because anyway, I just got to look at the size requirements and everything with DHL, but I think it's gonna work great, but I need to look into that. And then let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Sounds good. For me, yesterday I worked on some things. Oh, Purchify stuff. I got all the tests passing. That was the day before. But I worked with them, sent them an email. They responded this morning, and they have no problem with the new payload shape that we suggested for the files. So now they just send in guts 1 through 13 for the calendar. And then, so I'm going to go over that today. They want me to hook up the production credentials in their system, but that's just to our dev environment. I clarified that with Rainis last night. I'm going to look into that and then get back into cutting planning and get that ready for deploy. I figured we could probably push that out tomorrow with the other stuff. Just kidding. That's a joke. That would be terrible.
Why?
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna wait until then for everything we were trying to get out.
Yeah, just Friday at 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. or whatever.
No, I think we should wait till
I'm,
like 4 p.m.
That's true.
I'm gonna introduce
right
some
before we leave.
cutting planning bugs so that everything just breaks on you on
Oh, yeah.
Sunday night.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You had your code, I had mine.
Yeah.
I've
Code War.
got something.
I'm
I can
sure
put something in.
I have some bugs in there for it as well. So.
I've had Claude generate some random code that we can also inject.
Yeah, there you go. And then let's see, so Printify, cutting planning, and then just kind of here's and there's. I was getting Rebecca, I'll show you today where the billing templates are. I forgot yesterday. And then Renee had some case makings suggestions that I need to go through and get that. Oh, and I'm also reviewing. The big thing I spent yesterday was reviewing the vended printing stuff. Sebastian, I had to drop some ideas and thoughts. Is it easier if I just create a pull request to your branch, or you want to just get in a huddle and talk about it, or
Whatever, we can talk about it. Yeah, it's fine for me. I don't know what those ideas are, so
yeah, I just and like I said, if it's easier, or if you don't mind, we can just huddle about it for a minute. It's probably be the easiest.
yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Because maybe it's not even a worthwhile exercise to and I think you could answer that pretty quickly. So
Okay, good.
and then that's all for me.
Okay. Just kind of finishing up a couple more pull requests here to get the deploy out for today, and then going to be doing any final prep work for tomorrow, and that's the plan. We do need to figure out a plan to address the items that Mike has brought up yesterday, the die cut measurements and stuff, so we can do that afterwards. Just
Okay.
internal.
Rebecca, do you have anything?
Let me share the screen. This looks new.
Yeah, this is just really just the top. This is all we need. I think we just need to clarify what board thickness means in the product requests and on the product page. So either we change the name. Well, I think we probably should change the name to say cover board thickness instead of board thickness,
Yeah.
because now that's what it is. And then I think we should add a little info bubble saying that applies to front and back covers. Spines are configured to be 0.079.
Across the board.
Just so that it's there, and we're just documenting
I like
that's
that.
the way it is. So we
Okay.
Yeah, very
But
much.
that's under the cover field groups, right?
the what groups?
I mean, the board thickness in the product
It is under the
settings,
cover. It's in the cover settings. That's true.
Mhm.
But the spine sizes are also just in that same column as well, just further down the page on the UI.
Yeah.
So I could see, I mean, myself before being confused.
I'm also fine to just leave it say board thickness. But then just in the info bubble say that the spine sizes will always be 0.07. The spine thickness will always be 0.079. I'm okay with that too. That's why I wanted to bring it up, stand up, and say, do we keep the label board thickness or do we change it to be cover board
I
thickness?
see.
I could go either way.
I see.
I think it depends on the understanding of the account managers as far as this change goes. I personally don't know if it's currently super clear in their mind. Okay, so the spine is gonna be this always, but we can ask for different cover board thicknesses. So I personally like it to be more clear, saying the cover board thickness in the product request. But that's just, I mean, if it takes a lot of work, then no.
Honestly, no, it doesn't take a lot of work.
I see
I
why.
think-
Yeah.
And I think that you're probably more representative of a user, so I think if it makes more sense to you, I think we should. So we will do that. So you can just remove that whole question for stand-up, and the whole phrase. The rest of the story is all built in the way that it should be cover board thickness. So we'll leave that alone.
What is it? You said question
Just,
for
yep,
stand
right there. Yep.
Okay.
Is there another word? Because I was confused by the word cover, actually. Right? In my mind, it went to the cover as a general thing. Maybe is there another
Cover
word
board?
for that? Is that a case board, or I don't know, or but yeah, whatever. I see where the confusion.
Yeah. It's not really the case because the spine is part of the case.
Right.
So case is actually less meaningful.
Less.
Cover, front cover, back cover, that is
Really
a
long.
little bit more direct. So it's a bit challenging to use the word cover in
Yeah.
other places when it doesn't necessarily apply.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Alright, so that's that one.
Is there a story point size for it?
Probably. I'd say extra small,
Oh, good.
but I don't know what. I mean, some of them are going to be like a one-line change, and so I mean, overall, I think it should. We might have to add an info bubble in a couple places, but we already have the code. It already knows how to do it, so it shouldn't be bad.
Excellent.
Honestly, I think Claude will add more comments than actual code lines for this.
Yeah.
Shocking. Shocking, I say. Okay. This looks new as well.
Yeah, this is not a high priority, but I would like it done. We have Mario did a good job of building a renderer for our ZPL so that we can have some tests that I had asked for. I want to, that way if we end up changing one, I can validate what the change is going to do and how it's going to affect the different label styles that we have, because we have like 8 different combinations of different things that show up. The challenge is that the library that was used, let's see. So ZPL has codes that tie to specific fonts that are built into the printers themselves. Those same fonts aren't installed on our machines by default. I don't even know if we can get it, and so the renderer uses like it walks through some font substitution, and it ends up using Arial at the end if it doesn't find one. So the problem is that on both Mario and my machine we have Roboto condensed, so it used that font. But then when Claude tried to run it, it didn't have the font, and so it went to Arial, and so it's going to fail. So those renderings are not going to be accurate. So there are ways that we can add the font, apparently, so that the renderer can use it, and probably need to look at just making sure that those will work, so that any agents can run our tests and the font will be present to render it the same way that we see the font rendered. So that's what this is about. I'd like to see if we could. So the proportional font A0 uses a Swiss 721 CMBT. I mean, I'd love it if we can grab that. I haven't tried looking for the font, so I don't know if we can find it somewhere. But that's what we're. Or if we can't, then let's just get Roboto condensed in so that the agent will render it with that, and our test will render with that no matter what fonts we have installed. So I turned off the PNG expected files so that the tests don't fail. Right now they're just using the ZPL, which is a solid thing to make sure that it matches. It's just we're just missing the rendering. So are we going to estimate, Chad, or what are we going to do with
Yeah. Yeah, I was sorry. I was waiting for that. You guys, I was opening my poker. Looks like I'm in the right one. I was trying to figure out if I was in the right one because it closed last night, but looks like I am. So let's go ahead and estimate that one. Okay, let's put a medium on that.
And then what do you think for when we work on it? Because you said it's not urgent, but something that we should get done.
Yeah, it will be critical when we have to do our next tests, but those don't happen very often. So.
So let's put it in on
and
deck.
I say
for
critical.
now.
It's not. That's probably overstating. It'll just make it. It'll make it easier for us to make sure we're not going to create a problem with the font. And for the time being, until then, if there are ever any changes, we're just going to have to create a before and after, so that we can visualize the changes that are being made to all of the labels.
Yeah, add this to on deck, because one of the other things that I wanted to start doing so we don't lose the on deck is on Fridays. That's what we'll start doing, is reviewing on deck. And I mean, if there's something critical that has to be in the stand-up list, but other than that, we'll just go straight to the on deck and just look through it. At least, I don't know, we'll do it tomorrow. I guess we'll see where things are if we need to come back to it next week, but I do want to look at that tomorrow. So all right, let's go to the stand-up, or no, excuse me, not the stand-up, the sprint list now. Because I wanted to organize it a little bit, so that's what I've kind of been doing this morning. Because I noticed, Mario, you picked a job that was kind of far down the list. However, I hadn't really organized anything yet, so I wanted to try to make sure that this was kind of up to date, or maybe there was a reason you didn't go higher on the list and went to that one. I'm not sure, but I know that there was a couple up here on the list that were pretty important. The snail mail one, although Rebecca, was that in your court right now?
No.
I just didn't see.
Oh, thank you for the reminder. I have added some notes. This is now off of me because doing some research, I found out that the finishing step is not at the product level, and so it must be being added somewhere in the code, or at least somewhere I can't see. So I looked at some products or some orders. And
Wait, what do you mean it's not
so
on
the
the
finishing,
product level?
yeah. So the finishing here is
Oh,
field.
sure. For basic invite, yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't put it there. And snail mail is always going to be that, so you can put it there.
Oh, well.
Does that make
okay.
sense? So
Yes, I thought that
anything
we
on the
wanted
product
to
will
do
override.
what they were
carry over
doing.
the order. No, we don't.
Okay.
Well, basic invite does some that are white glove and
Oh.
some that are not. But with these are always going to be that.
Huh. Well, I'll put it back in my name. It makes sense. Because I'm like, well, I guess we can do it the way the basic invite is doing, but we'll have to do it at code level. Ah. Okay.
Okay, good.
I know how to do that. Awesome.
And
okay,
then-
this was the one that is super urgent that Troy and Leah came in about yesterday.
So they had, I guess Wonderbly has been really pushing for a timeline on this, and I kind of was like, well, yeah, I get it, but anyways, I wanted to go in and talk about, or I don't think I need to talk about it. We've already estimated it, but I moved this up to the top. I told them that we would get this, that we would attempt to at least shoot to have this done by the end of next week. That was what they were going to tell Wonderbly. So I guess my question that I wanted to ask is, in particularly Mario, just because I noticed you picked one down the list, do you have questions
this.
on this?
We don't currently have the bandwidth for Q4. We don't either. So
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
So that is exactly what Chad and
Yeah,
I were both
yeah,
upset about.
And I told him that.
That's
I'm
fine.
like, okay, well, yeah, that's great. We don't have it either, so.
Apparently one of
They
their other
didn't seem
partners
to
just
like that.
whipped it out for them. So
Yeah, well, they're great. That's,
I know.
awesome.
Anyways.
Another one of those things that we do instead of the partner.
So I just wanted to make sure, is there any other questions on this? Or is this good to go? It's just right at the top of the list, and I just wanted to make sure that, part of it is, and I don't want this to sound like I'm pointing any fingers. It was just because I noticed, Mario, I'm not pointing a finger at you. I think that we all
that's
kind
okay.
of do that where we'll go down the list and so, but in the past I haven't done a very good job of keeping the list up to date either. So there's I wanted to do it. But anyways, I do think this needs to be addressed right away. So this
Okay, yeah,
probably needs
I
to
wait.
be the next thing. Okay. And then if we can go back to that list, I've been kind of going through it and organizing it how I see it, but I wanted to get your guys' input if anybody sees anything that I missed. And then I also noticed that there's a ton of stuff in here that hasn't been estimated yet, so I wanted to maybe start working down that list as well to see it or move it out if it's not really that critical. So I know that HN thing that we just talked about the Wonderly orders. I know that's really important. It seems like that Plucky thing is pretty important too.
I don't know.
Moved in there. Rebecca, have you gotten any, or is that too high for that? Or
I know that they. Oh, thank you for bringing this up. So as of right now, they are just sending the orders through Wonderbly until we can have this configured. I think there had been a question. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember what the question was. Okay, so Mario had a question about, okay, does bill to Wonderbly mean Plucky's orders land on Wonderbly's invoice, or or a separate Plucky invoice to be addressed to Wonderbly?
No, we already talked about that and answered it. It's that
That it has to be a separate.
if it's going to be a separate partner, it's going to be a separate invoice. So
Oh,
and
maybe it's this
if they
one.
want a separate partner, then it will create a separate
Has to be a
invoice.
separate. Yes.
and that's what
Oh.
HN does, right? Is it creates a separate
Mhm.
invoice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's-
Okay.
it's o-
Sorry.
it's okay
Build the
too.
same as Wonderbly, but we'll have the.
Sorry,
Sorry.
the other comments there is to change the standard API importer to Wonderbly standard API, right? Before we can approve the
Depends on
the-
what Plucky's orders look like. I mean, do Plucky's have the? Do they need the barcode blank and the weekend handling? I don't know the answer to that.
Actually, we have moved their barcodes. Let's see, to
We
the
still blank the
last
barcodes.
page of the
Yeah.
guts.
Do we have some sample orders of what Plucky looks like?
Yes.
I need to see one. I need to see they're still putting their barcode on the back.
Oh.
Dang it.
Yes, and the whole conversation with Leah, with them, has been they can't figure out how to move it because they were actually trying to, I guess, move it to the middle or to the right, and
Take it off.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, we have moved for
We need to make sure
Wonderbly.
that number is not going to collide with ours because that looks. I mean,
Yeah.
Close.
I can't see it. It's too small. Is that
It looks bad, too.
3080?
Why am I not? Yeah, 3080179.
Looks like that's in our. We're only in the 2 millions right now. So we're probably okay. We're in the we're 3.5 million. We are really close to that actually. That is going to be really, that is
I was gonna say,
problematic.
Order items were pretty close. To
Yeah.
right?
Haven't we been removing the barcodes though?
We were, but we weren't doing a very good job, and so we
So we
took
stopped.
it off.
Oh, we
And
took it off
because-
completely.
Because because the other Wonderbly books and historic newspapers didn't have, Wonderbly books didn't have the problem. We were outside of that edge, or they moved them, or I can't remember what it was, but anyway.
Oh, but I guess it's a training issue because with these ones now, our barcode is on the last page of the guts. So if downstairs in packaging they know do not even
That's
go
really
near
bad.
this.
Yeah, that's
I know,
actually
'cause they're
worse.
gonna
That
see
is
this.
worse. That is
Look, in this
so
case,
worse.
they can be like, "Oh, I think it's this
There's
one."
the barcode.
but-
Yeah, I'm gonna scan it. That's
Yeah.
so worse. We are gonna have to do the barcode blanking on these then. So that's a bigger.
We could probably just put the old code back in. It just won't work when it's all black.
But
cover,
only
it
on.
seems like.
Yeah, and only on Plucky. Because I don't know that we want to turn it back
Oh.
on for.
Oh,
Or I'm not. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah.
Does Wonderbly have any designs where it's all black?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when we had problems where the barcode wouldn't be checked, couldn't find it, and then it was still showing up. So.
Hmm.
Um,
And that design is quite dark as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now there's four, I think there's 4 products that have the barcode on the last page of the guts. There's 2 soft covers and 2 hard covers. I think they're, oh yeah, they're all Wonderly products because Historic and I believe Plucky will be ordering the Wonderly product. And then it goes through a different
What
partner.
about the last? So, what does the last page of the guts look like? They're not doing the Wonderly last page of the guts, right? Do we have an example guts?
Yes. It should be. Is it not on this one? Thought I had it on this thread. Here.
Where did we get that? Did we build that because we stripped out
Yes.
the barcode? So yeah, we need to make sure we still strip out the barcodes.
So how did we do that? I mean, this was on live.
Yeah, because it's going through Wonderly, and Wonderly's code is already set up to strip the barcodes. So we're gonna have to set up Plucky to do the same, but then we also need to have it strip the barcode from the covers for Plucky.
It's so weird where they don't need the barcode on the back that they
Yeah.
have that because it just detracts from the look of their book.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Well, they said they could
ugly.
remove it, right?
Yes.
I don't
So-
know what you mean by they can't
Also-
remove it.
And this is
No,
not.
why can't they
um,
remove it and we
Yeah.
can? I
Yeah,
don't
that
understand.
and they could just fill in the square and not have it would just look nicer if it would just, that square wasn't even there.
Yeah. Or change the font color to be white.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and this
Yeah,
one
we're gonna
right here
try
is
that part.
not urgent, but yeah, because as
Okay.
of right now, Leah's worked with them and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll just keep sending them in like this, just under Wonderly, but I need to communicate with her about.
Yeah,
What we
and that's
just
always
discussed.
that's always a hard
why
thing.
does it
'cause
matter?
yeah,
They,
if
they
they're-
just wanted it. They wanted it separated invoice wise, or what's the purpose for wanting these to go differently?
yeah.
Why do they care? Unless it's
They-
invoicing.
So so the last I heard back from her was they just want it to be, because Historic is billed on, its own different company.
Mhm.
They want
Sure.
Plucky to be billed.
So it is just an
Differently.
invoicing thing.
Yes, but because we can't do a separate because we have to do a separate invoice when we're setting up a separate partner. I just need to make sure that Leah is clear and that the customer is clear that it's going to be a separate invoice to the same Wonderly company. That makes sense. Was that the only outstanding question on this story that you have, Mario?
Then I would just I would not reintroduce the barcode blanking stuff. Just have it run through the same file processor they do, and if production has issues, then
Like, let us know.
figure it out later. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So are they, sorry, does Historic Newspaper run through the same file processor?
But
Is
why?
that how it's currently set
why
up?
did they have? I need to. But hold on. Why did they have
Yeah.
us? I actually am questioning this. Why did they have us move the barcode from the back cover to the inside?
Because it was overlapping.
Then let's move our barcode to the other side.
Yeah,
I think
why
it's
not?
more important for our barcode, or let's put it in the middle. We can put ours right there next to the Plucky. Like we can center our barcode in the middle. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to remove ours and then have them. But if packaging sees our barcode and another barcode, they will know to scan our barcode.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need to find out if we are okay to move our barcode into the middle of the book, away from
The
theirs,
back.
right?
And I don't think they have a choice.
Yeah, or maybe that's just what it has to be.
I don't, I mean, I guess we can check, but I feel like that's a bad idea to have a barcode on the back without our barcode, because then the team, especially when we bring in temps, they're just going to scan the wrong barcode.
Yeah. Well, let's just do that then. Let's just move the barcode into the middle of in the center of the back cover.
Then,
Do we know if that's going to move around?
Well, I mean, from the sound of it, she said that they can't move the barcode. So, I mean, it sounds like it's not going to move. But my question is, where's the barcode on the Wonderbly ones? Is it just the
It's right in
same?
the center. It's in the center.
Okay, because it's gonna. If I move the barcode, it's on the Wonderbly products,
Oh,
and
this
it's
is a
gonna
Wonderbly
affect
product.
Wonderbly. Because that's how.
We shouldn't
I
be changing
believe-
Wonderbly products.
Let me just double check that.
We should not be
This-
changing Wonderbly products.
This was a minute ago. Let me see. I feel like it's the same thing. Yeah. No, sorry. That's not going to work. Wait, why wouldn't that work? Oh, we haven't set it up yet.
We shouldn't be moving barcodes on established partners without some extra vigorous work to make sure that it's not going to cause a problem. And Wonderbly is one of those partners that would do that.
Yeah, because they're like going forward, they would be doing what Historic does, which is Historic has no products. They order Wonderbly's products, even though they're a separate partner. So I think what's happening right now is we haven't set Plucky up
Plucky.
yet, and so they have sent in orders, and they're still sending in orders, and
Then
so
if they
they're
send those
ordering.
orders, then they'll go the same way that
Wonderbly.
Wonderbly does. And the
Yeah.
barcode will show up where it shows up. But we shouldn't be moving it. If we want to move it, if we want to create a different one for Plucky, then they either send in a different SKU or they send in a different partner, which we're working on, and then we copy the product into Plucky and we move the barcode on the Plucky product. Does that make sense?
Would it be so? It would be a different SKU.
It could
When
be the
we-
same SKU.
It could
You
be the
could
same
get-
SKU.
Yeah,
But
because when you have
because
a...
it's being ordered through Plucky, it would see
Exactly.
the Plucky.
It'll pick the Plucky version over a Wonderbly version.
That makes sense. Make a note. So, as of right now, we do have 4 Wonderbly products that have the barcode on the last page.
Moved.
That's
We need to probably put those back.
But we moved them off. Is what you're saying, Rebecca? And I think I saw the email when they told us to move it to the back page.
Mhm.
That was coming from Lee and the account manager. No production was wasn't
Yeah.
consulted on that. We did not look at the Wonderbly product, the designs that were coming in to make sure that that was going to be okay.
yeah. It only went to Wonderbly saying, "Yes, this is where we want it." Period.
And so when it's
They-
on the
They
on the
want
guts,
it,
then
but
that means they have
we don't
to
know how
open
it's
the
going to
book to
affect
scan it, right?
production.
They have to open the book, but then that also introduces the problem of when we bring in temps and they're scanning barcodes,
right.
they're not going to
They're not
know to
used
open
to
the
it.
book.
Yeah.
They're not used to it. They're going to see a barcode and they're going to scan the barcode.
Yeah.
So that's my concern. Whether or not that's more of a production decision. So we can check with Tara or Zulema and see if she wants to bring that chaos on to their side. But here's another issue that I just saw, and I don't know if we made this change recently or not. I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see which one it is. Share screen. There we go. Share. This particular this softcover book, we're putting the barcode on the inside front cover here. That doesn't seem right to me.
What?
This was 39502.
What product is that?
I don't know yet. I was just looking for one.
Oh, okay.
This is the Wonderly 6.14 by 9.25 soft cover. There are no notes at all. Oh, that's because that's the order item.
Yeah, it has to be on the product.
Internal
It had to be
notes.
one of the two that we just, no?
Doesn't look like it.
What the heck?
It's always had that barcode on the inside. That's a weird place for it. So anyway, sounds like it's kind of a mess. So we've got to detangle.
I like detangling. Unraveling. Fixing stuff. Like that.
So in essence, the problem, what boiling this down is that we have Wonderly that's sending in barcodes that have a potential of overlapping with our order item barcode. It's not doing it now, but we don't know that it can. And that was Dan's original concern. And then it got to the point where we couldn't reliably cover their barcode. It was leaving a strip. It was not ideal. So we went through the process of checking to make sure it looked like they were far enough away that it's not going to cause a problem. And that is the way it looks right now. But the concern is if we now have their barcode and not our barcode on that page, then that's going to be a problematic for temp workers. I think that if they have a barcode on their page, we need to have a barcode on our page. And so if they're going to insist on this, then I think we need to go back to hiding their barcode and positioning ours in theirs as best we can, but it's not going to be great again. I don't know. I think at a minimum, though, we need to have our barcode on the page, on the back cover, if they have their barcode on the cover.
So then
I agree with you. We need to have a conversation with Tara and Zulema and Leah, so that especially Leah understands what this does.
Let's check with Tara and Zulema first. Maybe it's not a big deal, but maybe I'm overreading into it. Totally could be. But let's check with them first before. And if they do, then we do need to bring Leah into the conversation and say, look, we can't do this.
Right.
Because on their other books, their barcode moves around. It's not in a fixed location, even on the Wonderly books. Like it's in the center of the page. It just can kind of shift to the left and right. It's not always right in the center. So we're putting ours in the bottom left-hand corner, so there's a clean distinction. It's easy to do. Zulema's already talked to her team about hiding other barcodes in order to scan ours. The problem is if ours is not there, then that's more of a problem.
Exactly.
So what about, you brought up something that we've already made a change on some of Wonderbly's existing products and moved it. And my first question is, do we need to move that back? Do we need to undo what we did there?
I think so, but we can ask
talk to
that
them.
production first.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they're okay
Rebecca,
maybe there's enough training that our barcodes are always this, and they can hunt for our barcode. But that's a
dumb question.
Yes.
Yeah. And we had
Absolutely.
we had to hide we still have to hide their barcode that shows up on the Wonderbly guts. There's like on the inside of the very last page, there's a barcode. It just so happens that their barcode position is really close to one of the ones that our machines read. One that we
That's
place.
why.
And so we have to still hide that barcode while we're not doing anything with the cover barcode because it didn't look great. The guts one we have to anyway. Doesn't matter. We just have to.
That is why it's being hidden. I was so confused. Thank you for answering that.
Okay, so Rebecca, I'll go down with you after this meeting and we'll
Perfect.
talk to them and see if we can, because if this isn't overly critical, I at least don't want to make a problem that there wasn't a problem.
If it's not critical, then we're just gonna go ahead and we'll do whatever. But we want to make sure
But at least
it's not gonna be a problem.
Yeah, so we'll go figure that out after this meeting.
And usually for most of our partners, it's not a problem moving the barcode around. It's just when they're also putting barcodes
Mhm.
on their books, that it makes it really challenging.
Yes.
Right.
And so I really
That makes
want
sense.
them to. I don't know. I would really strongly encourage them to stop putting barcodes on their books.
Yeah.
What
They've
is
had
the
a couple
purpose?
of years. It is causing our problems. It's causing us problems to have them on there. Just remove it. And I
Do you
don't
have
know. I don't know.
any idea why they put a barcode on?
I don't know. I have no
Doesn't
idea.
doesn't make sense. It's so ugly.
And I'm
The
even
end
more
user can't do
confused.
anything with it.
Yeah. Huh. I'm even more confused about why they say they can't remove it.
And why they can't move it or shift it. Yeah.
Yeah, or do
All
anything
those
with
things.
it. I mean, that's weird. Hey, you want to go back to the stand-up list or the sprint list? Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay, so I moved that one down a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna mark that on hold right now because it seems like we need to figure some stuff out first. Okay, so let's see. After that one, if you refresh, okay, go down. All right, so we have, and then I put the Q4 initiative one that we've already done up at top. Chuck, you have this Shipwise one. I mean, this is an extra small. These could, partly I put these up there just to knock them out. If they're extra small, they should be really quick.
And there's a possibility that's not an issue anymore, but I'd have to check with Hawk. But yeah.
FedEx
Okay.
shipments now fail without recipient phone number.
So, if that's the case, then
Yeah.
let's put Chuck on that and then just follow up. And then you can, I mean, you don't have to do the work. I just don't want somebody else to pick it up until you confirm if it's a
Yeah.
problem.
Yep.
And then if it's not a problem anymore, just delete the story or close it or do something with it. Get it out of where somebody might
Yep.
pick it up.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then, so I have like the basic invite. This one I put up high. It seems like this would be important, but I'm also wondering why nobody's been screaming about it.
Right?
Same.
Maybe they don't run them very often, and it's just going to be next time they run it, they're going to yell at us. But it seems like that should be important.
Yeah, I remember
Verify
that being super important.
So
I mean, we're going downstairs.
yeah, let's
could
ask
probably
about
find
that
Kara.
one too. Yeah. And then after that, let's see, Chuck, you have this multi-box thing that you're kind of working on, or has in your name, anyways. I don't know where this is at with your other multi-box stuff. It looks like you have several things inactive. There's another multi-box one here.
Is that in the list we're looking at? I can't see it. Make sure you
That's
know
right.
that.
It's right here.
Oh yeah. That is that assigned to me? Because that could be. It is assigned to me. Yeah. I forgot there was a story with this, but I have that in the multi-box branch that's in there. So.
Okay. So this is in code review now, or
Is this
Yeah.
part of something else, and can I delete
I guess
this?
it is in. I guess you could say it is in code review because it is in code review. I just have
It's just a draft right now.
it's in draft. Yeah. So yeah.
So should
it is
I
in code
delete
review.
this?
No.
So
No.
There's a pull request, but it's not in code review. I guess it's in the process, but we're just in a waiting process right now.
Oh,
So when
Yeah,
that
sometimes-
says if it's code review, it means that it's done, and we're just waiting
Okay.
on it being reviewed. But it's, I guess it's in the process. Yeah.
so what should we do with this one then? I'm not sure.
Well then.
I mean,
just set
it
the
shouldn't be
status-
new, right?
Yeah. Set the status. You could just set the status to active.
Okay.
Or code review, yeah, because. Anyways,
Yeah,
but I can
you're right,
change it
it
to code
is
review
code
when I
review.
complete the pull request. Yeah, or when I
So,
not
code
complete
review?
when I republish the pull request. Yeah, you could just put a code review because
okay.
I'm not working on
Yeah.
any comments related
New
to
code
this.
for it. Yeah, sure. And then if we add maybe you can add the link, Chuck, when you get to it, because that way when the PR closes, it'll close your story.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Did we
There's the
talk
tree
about
re-
this hold for production report, release all records matching filter
That's
and
what Mario's
batch?
working on right now. Yeah, we've talked about it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And then there's that, and then the ability to add super admin. We talked about that. See, and then there's
They all
that
have
6
story
hour.
point sizes.
Yeah. So these ones are, I think, I feel good about where this list is now. If anybody has an opinion that something should be moved, let me know. I'm not opposed to moving something. That this was just kind of where I thought. So, just in an effort to make it easier when you're choosing a story to just go down this list is all I'm trying to do. But if there's something that you guys see as more or less important, then I'm happy to move it. But that's where that is. And then we got 10 minutes. Let's just maybe try to estimate some of these. We got a lot of stuff in here that's not estimated, and that shouldn't.
Can I
be the
ask a
case.
quick question here?
No.
Dang it!
So.
There are no quick questions. Thank you, Ryan. I have a question. This was discussed when I was not here, and I really need to. I know at one point I just pulled up and was going to read the transcription of the recording this day, but since I have you all, if one of you just remembers really fast.
Yeah, I can tell
there's
you.
a note, you can use modifier min quantity. Does that mean that the min
You-
quantity needs to be set to
25.
25 on these products? And then I just use min quantity as a product modifier, and that's coded to set
Where-
these products as a
Yeah,
or error
Yeah,
out these
you-
products if they come over as lower than a min quantity of 25?
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's part of, it's part of
Perfect.
the base importer. So yeah.
Oh, I did that.
So it might be a
Perfect.
totally different case, but when you add the modifier, it's in the drop
Perfect.
down. So
If I have
It
any
doesn't,
other
it doesn't
questions,
increase the quantity, it errors out.
um, it
'Cause in
seems
my
like
mind,
it.
if I read it was a min quantity, then it would raise it to that min, but it sounds like maybe we programmed it to be
Yeah, to
to
me,
reject.
and yeah, to me, it would mean that if you didn't have 25, it would reject. But I don't know how the code works, and that's a
Okay,
good
great.
question.
Yeah,
But I think that's what they mean is that if they put in, it just doesn't allow you to put in less than 25. That's what it should do.
yeah, we error it out,
Okay.
or
Perfect.
we send back an error. I mean, yeah, we send back
Great.
an error.
Awesome.
It does not meet minimum
Thank
quantity
you.
requirements.
okay, so I'm just
Perfect.
gonna
Thank you
set
for
this to
comparing.
active. Yeah,
Confirming that.
thank you. Okay, so proceed.
This goes to another. That brings up a really good point. I mean, all of our documentation for these modifiers is in our code. It
I
needs to be
can't see it.
somewhere else so that Rebecca can see it.
I might have brought this up to a certain person on the
And-
team.
And Dan's been asking for documentation for a long time too, and I can't say, well, it's there, it's in the code. I don't know where else we put it. I don't know what we
Scotty
do.
recommended Stack Overflow.
Sure,
a
but then we have
screenshot
to
or
keep
something?
it update. Then we have to keep it all updated, or
So you're thinking of is there a way that we could put something in central that it would?
Or just Stack Overflow.
somewhere, just so that we have documentation on what all of our
Yeah.
modifiers are and what they
It'd be-
do.
Or
It'd be
give me
kinda cool- oh,
read-only
sorry.
access.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well.
or making a really huge idea would be that kind of like we create tests whenever we do stuff. Then we also have documentation, but we have Claude like updates it as we.
Or
But do we
some
need to-
reflection based, because I think we're doing a good job adding comments on each
Uh-huh.
modifier at least.
Agreed.
So maybe a reflection based something.
Yep.
Yeah.
But does there need to be an investigation story to come up with some ideas?
Yeah. Let me play around with that a little bit.
Okay. So will you write a story for it too then, or do you?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I will.
All right. Let's open up that Q4 initiative that we
Whoa.
have in here, but is not
Estimated.
estimated. And I'm just trying to remember if there was this is an investigative. That's why I didn't see the whole thing. Okay, so for a story point size, what did we say we were we just putting smalls on them for investigative as like a general? I think that's what we were doing. So just put this as a small. This is an investigative story to
Awesome.
look at.
But the description
Right,
is
that's-
showing what the investigation found, right? It's has acceptance criteria. I think
Oh,
Hmm.
it's already.
That's a
point.
really good observation.
that's right.
But let's see. We looked at this on Monday and we said we need to find a way to batch Bs separate from Ms. Is that what the investigation is?
Yes.
So maybe we need to read through
So-
the whole thing and see if there's any open question or something there. Do you remember, Ryan?
No, that's the primary one. I mean, there are some other things there, but the big one that we don't know how to do is how are we going to set up the batcher so that it will,
Separate the B's from the M's.
yeah.
Isolate the B's, I
like
guess.
at the very end of doing a multi-batch, does it look for any of them that are M's and then it removes them and kicks them to the next bat? I don't know. It's really challenging, so.
Yeah, and I think that was a great catch, Mario. I think the problem is that that investigation, that was the thing that Claude
That was
came
the
up with,
first,
right?
yeah, that was our
Yeah.
first, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we
and
have
so
a
that's,
separate or a second investigation that needs
Yeah.
to be done.
Well, yeah.
but
I
I
see.
do see how that's a little bit confusing.
Yeah, good catch.
Okay. So let's put a small on that, or we already did, I think. But that's what that is. We need to figure out how to separate isolate, I guess. Maybe isolate the bees so that they batch separately, right?
Wait, why did I write that? That's a stupid note. Sorry, I'm just keeping it like that.
Yeah.
We need to find a way to batch Bs separate from Ms.
Okay. Ship weight check on non-Alexander's orders. I put that on here. I'm trying to remember what that is. Skip. Oh, did you already do this, Chuck?
Skip weight check on non-Alexander's orders. No.
Do you
I-
remember? You remember
but
what this
there's-
is, though?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think something was done for maybe Chatbooks or somebody already, and possibly this could already be happening. I don't know, but I know they wanted it not done for who was it?
Artifact Uprising.
Artifact Uprising, because then from the shipping desk they can't ship. That's a long story. We don't want those to go to the shipping desk for a weight
Yeah,
check.
the long story essentially is I don't know what happened, but we put the wrong weights in, or no, it wasn't even about weights.
No,
It was
it's-
just a bunch
just
of
a-
orders got pushed over to the Alexander's account that they didn't want, right?
Yeah, it's because Shipwise doesn't do Indicia anymore, and the Artifact doesn't have a Pitney Bowes account. So if it fails over to Shipwise, or if it goes to the shipping desk, then
It goes on
goes on
our account. Yeah.
Oh,
And they
you're
don't-
talking about the Alexander's shipping account?
Shipping
I thought you were
account.
talking about the part
I did
Alexander
too. I
orders.
was like, how would
No,
that
no.
Oh
happen?
yeah, no.
Try to clarify that.
Yeah, on
Yeah, so if it
non-Alexander's.
failed the weight check or whatever, then it would
No, it
Then it
got
would-
flagged for weight check.
Yeah,
It
flag for
failed.
weight check, and then it goes, and then they take it to the shipping desk or something. Then it goes on our
They
account.
ship it with the weight, yep.
Yep, and then we get charged a different amount than they do, and then they feel like we overcharged them, and it's just And so Chuck has been working on it, and I mean, I don't know if you saw that request, Chuck, to look into. Artifact wants another. I was going to reach out to you separate, but they want you to run your script on how many things failed on their ship again,
Okay. I haven't seen that.
which I'm bugged about, but I'm trying not
Oh
to.
my gosh. Okay, so just
Yeah.
so I get this note right, should not be done for artifact uprising, meaning.
No,
Well,
No,
no, then we just
I mean,
decided to
this
just
is
in
where we
general,
started from.
if it's going on one of our partners' accounts, why do we care? Like,
Yeah.
we're just stopping it and making it harder for us. And that was directly from Jamie. Jamie's like, if they're shipping on their account, then I don't
Yeah,
want it
we
to
don't
fail
care.
over for that. So
Hey,
Okay. Yeah,
I
so
would
the
change the
title is
title.
misleading.
yeah, it is. It
Okay.
needs to be changed
Yeah, I
to
would
none
change the
under
title.
accounts.
Okay, can you tell me what-
Control Z. Control Z.
Control Z
Undo.
does that?
Undo. Okay. Okay. Just change. Yeah. Just change orders to be accounts. Shipping accounts.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we need a possessive.
That makes more sense.
There we go.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Sebastian? Just, you got something to say, just say it.
Yeah.
It didn't
Chad,
make
you
any
dumb.
sense.
You wrote a dumb.
Well,
Scotty's not afraid to say. He'll say
What?
it. You dumb.
No.
it's just that actually could be two different things.
No, I totally see it now too. When I wrote it, I didn't even think that. But
When I saw it, then my brain said what we.
you're like,
were
what are you saying?
intending.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. No, I no. It actually was fine when I first read it because I knew what it was talking about.
Okay. So
You have
now.
something brown on your nose there, Chuck.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Oh,
didn't get
I'm
it.
like, okay, there's a reason. There's a backstory for why I am thinking that right away.
You were changing your oil this
It-
morning.
I was gonna go back and look how ridiculous it was.
Just so
because
Sebastian and
it-
Mario knows.
At around 22 minutes in, my little dog is sitting on my lap, and I was pouring me some mate, and a little drop hit the dog, and he jumped up, and my mate went shooting up, and I had mate all over my face, in my eye.
No.
So I popped up and rinsed it out, and came back, and I'm like,
And
oh,
so there
I
would
thought
be a
everybody
real
would be
reason
laughing.
for you to have
Yeah.
brown on your face.
Yeah,
there
yeah. I'm like,
really?
oh, that's probably green. Maybe I didn't rinse it off good. Yeah, but yeah.
I see.
So
Okay, what about? Do you guys want to vote on this one? Is it worthy of a vote, or is it something that's easy, or what? What do you think?
Extra small?
Should be
maybe?
pretty, yeah, extra small.
Extra small, somewhere in there.
I think it's extra small.
Does anyone have any further questions? We're all clear on what a brown nose remains.
Yeah, just happened to be
Yeah.
have a reason to think there might be something on my nose.
So this next
Consider
one.
one equivalent.
So this next one is POPSA. This also seems.
Oh.
Go back to
No.
that bug.
That's
Well,
fine.
I guess
but
it's just a bug. Is it important?
It's not.
What is
It's-
this?
So I remember talking. Okay, so we talked about this with the Zulema. And she said it was fine, but then the last time we discussed it, we said we wanted to talk about it again, just to double check. Is my understanding, and I completely forgot that I was assigned to this because I don't normally go to the sprint. So
Absolutely.
this has been
This has been
Alive.
forever. Are they still having a problem with it, or?
no, I haven't
Just delete it.
about it. Okay.
Let's wait till we hear about it again.
Thank you. Thank you.
January.
Yeah.
Was it
I mean,
you?
if nobody's said anything about it, it's not a problem. Okay.
I
so
think
Bill-
I think all we did is we just changed the products to not have
Yeah.
a weight, so that.
We did.
Yeah. So it's just probably not a
Yep.
problem anymore.
Yeah. Nope, probably not.
Okay, so build process to clean the log notifications. Scotty, you'd written this. I know we talked about this, but we obviously didn't.
So-
Oh yeah, this was one that came from Dan. We wanted to existing tool if he wants to create a new tool. He didn't really have a tool. He just he has SQL scripts that he was using. I don't know if it was anything. It wasn't anything special necessarily, though. I don't think it's worth waiting for. Probably. At least the idea, I think, is clear
Right.
enough. Does it make sense to you guys? Essentially, that log notifications table, details table, just grows super huge, and we want to not have it do that as much.
Quick question. This has an on deck tag, but it's also in the sprint. Is this something that we want in the sprint? Like, is it something that we need to get
Probably
done
on
right
deck
now?
because it's not like it's not like mission critical, but it's important because especially once we move to the cloud, we want to keep that kind of stuff at a minimum.
Well, let's put an estimation on it, and because if it's going to be important for the cloud migration, I mean, I know Dan is pushing to try to get that done, so I don't want. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it should be in here if we need to be addressing it soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's just shouldn't be too bad.
Okay, well, let's have a conversation. Or does anybody have any other questions? Or I have a vote open if you want to vote on it.
Sorry, what is the existing tool that is mentioned in the comment?
So that's he's just been, or when I go in there and we clean this up, he just runs SQL scripts that he has
Oh, I see.
to grab them and delete them. It's nothing. There's no like code or anything that he has written. It's just SQL stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it's helpful. We can probably get it from him, but I don't
know
think
if we
we'll
can
go that route.
I don't think we can estimate this needs a design, or because this is an idea trigger.
So
Right?
is this more of a Dan
This would
thing?
be
Is that
like-
what you're saying? Do we need to get him in
Well-
on this conversation, or?
This would be just like how we do to clean the folders and stuff like that.
Okay.
That we run, once a day or whatever.
But we don't have a clear. We don't know exactly what want to do for this story. I think is what. Sebastian
We want to
said.
remove log notification details.
Or I guess what how we want to go about doing that.
Yeah, maybe
delete
if it's clear, we should just
that?
mention I don't know, a recurring job, executing processing service method for doing
Yes.
this that for whatever parameter we put in or something, right?
Yeah. So do we know?
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
we know the parameters of what ones we want to delete? Is it like by a
Yeah.
date? Is it like only after X amount of time, or what? When do you want to delete them?
I'd say we don't, like it says in the comment there, you just leave the 5 most recent.
Oh. Okay.
So it would just keep
Okay.
basically anything.
Well, that wouldn't even take a running a script. What was it? But is that two different things then? We cleans up old notifications in the most recent 5, and then also if it's solved.
Yeah, so if it's solved, we can delete it entirely. Right, we don't need any of the details.
Did anyone notice this other comment? This is something
Yeah, that's
entirely
not-
different.
Yeah, that should be a
Oh.
different story. That shouldn't be part of the story.
Okay.
Because yes, we need to do that, but I want to keep the story as small as possible.
Yeah.
As targeted as possible.
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
create another story in a minute and just
Because-
delete that note.
But yeah, so the idea being if the log and I can flesh this out if that helps. If we don't have to talk about it right now.
I think it will help, but we can totally vote now. I think now that we have that background, but we need
Yeah.
that fleshed out a little bit, slightly at least. So
Yeah.
because
No,
this will be coded by cloud, and so that it doesn't start with
Okay, so let's move it to stand up then, and take it out of the iteration.
No, just
and
assign it to me and keep it, and I'll fix it. And
okay,
then I'll assign it for myself and
okay, that
and
works.
put it there. I'll just
and
leave
we
it in the iteration
Okay, yeah.
because it won't take me too long. I'll generate some
Awesome.
a design.
Direction.
Perfect. I took it off of on deck.
And we're gonna estimate it still? Or-
Oh yeah, let's estimate it. I think we can, right? That's what
Yeah, I
you're
gotta-
saying.
Yeah, I think so.
I got a window, or I got a vote open then.
To investigate.
Oh, he has it pretty much.
Got his
Yeah.
idea.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna, so it'll be,
That's kind of a
Um,
weird one because Scotty's just gonna put a little bit of guardrails
Sorry.
around what it is, but
but
Well, I
basically it's gonna
spoke
be
to
a
design,
hang fire job,
and now I'll
yeah.
write it down.
Yeah, so a hang fire job will run that will clear the most, all except the most recent 5, and then also when we solve, then we'll clear all the details, basically.
it's a small. Just put a small on it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even vote. That's what I was gonna vote.
Yeah, nice.
Sure.
Well, there was already 4 smalls, so I figured that whatever you
smalls,
put
yeah.
wasn't gonna matter. So
No, that was it. So then I'll write that out so that.
okay, we talked about the gather one. New part. How did your call with
Gosh.
Dela go yesterday, Ryan?
Yeah.
It was they're, I don't know how to say. They are
Nice.
clearly a small partner. They are not doing a lot of volume. They are doing it very manually, so they do not have. They're self-prohibiting themselves from being a high volume partner because of the way they're doing it, and they want to add a lot. I mean, they want to add this new type of product that I just don't see. This, it is a golden coil product, but we're going to have to do some code on our end to enable that for them. We're going to have to modify the order desk parameters so that they can send in the cover SKU and the cover description like golden coil does. And so I talked to Chase asked me this morning. I said, look, it's probably a day of work. It's not a lot, but I don't feel like they're going to have a lot of volume for this, and there's going to be quite a bit of work of setting up all these inventory SKUs. Then we're going to need to be managing their inventory for all of their little add-ons, and we're going to need to manage their cover SKUs, their cover colors. They wanted like 30. He's trying to whittle them down to reduce the number of options. So there's just a lot there. It's a classic example of a new partner trying to offer everything, and we just need to decide if we're going to.
Yeah, so I mean, it sounds like maybe we need to add this to our new product meeting agenda to bring back up with Tara and Jamie so she knows what's going on,
Nope.
what they're asking for, or no? Okay.
No, I don't think so. It's the same thing, but Chase is, he's going to run it by Charlie before we move on it.
Okay.
So we are in a holding pattern on Dela.
Okay. Is this story still accurate though, or is this different from what you were doing? Because this is just talking about black and white guts.
There's others, but that's the core of what we need to do.
Okay.
There's other stuff we have to do, but it's all that shouldn't require code. This is the last piece that would require a code change.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll wait to hear back from him on this. This is holding for Chase's to come back. Okay.
Scotty. Is this still an issue?
No, let's kill this.
Was it ever?
This should. Yeah, I mean, it's. Well, actually, before you kill it,
Dang it.
Scotty, is there some reason specifically that this was a story, or does this date back to that, like, kind of stuff that was going on a couple weeks ago?
Oh, actually, this was the one a couple weeks ago, and I think we fixed it with the
The reoccurring clean that Dan's doing or whatever?
No,
Query change?
I actually think the query change was part of it, but I think this was kind of weird because it kind of got wrapped into where the Zazzle orders weren't canceling, and they had to go look them up and stuff and
Oh.
fix that. It was kind of all at that same time.
Okay. So we can just
So
kill,
see-
we can just delete this.
Yeah, it was kind of wrapped into a whole bunch of other stuff that I think we fixed over time.
Okay.
So I would just kill it and then
Yeah, let's delete it and we'll wait for a new something to come up and,
During work hours?
yeah,
no.
maybe,
Probably.
probably not.
Oh. Brian, update ABC PDF to 14.0.5.
Yeah, so we ran into a blocker here. It 1405 generated if all of our tests failed, well, most of our tests, but anything that was doing a rendering of a PDF to a thumbnail looked different, so therefore all of our comparisons are failing. So the changes are not major, but there was enough there that I asked Dan to look at it, and he said we need to dig into it a little bit more and send it off to ABC PDF asking what was the change made that is doing this so that we can understand. And I just haven't been able to dig into it to get to it, so it's stalled out. We do need to get to it at some point. There may be another dot version that we need to go to now. I just don't know, but and really it won't take very long. It's just finding time.
Okay. So we can just probably leave this one as is down at the
I think
bottom
we want to
of the
get
sprint,
this done
or-
before we. I think we want to get this done soon. So maybe we need to take my name off of it so we can.
Oh.
But that's the context, is that we need to do some additional work with Joss to say, hey, and to create a little small project that has what a before and after was, what we were doing before, and what, like, this is the output in ABC 1402. This is the output when we switch it to 1405. Why are there these slight differences?
So you're saying we need to create the before and afters to get over to ABC PDF to show the differences?
Not all of them. We probably just need to do a small one. We just need to.
Just build a sample for him.
Yep.
Just show the problem. Then he'll get it looked at and done before you send it.
Yep.
Crazy.
Instead of before and after, just because I think it'd be a little more clear, just say 14.2 to 14.5. You need one of each, right? What it's doing
Yep.
in each
Yep.
one. Just because if somebody comes to this later and they're like,
They're like,
before
"What?"
and after, what does that mean?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
catch that it was 14.
Okay. And then as far as story point size, that's not more than a small to do that, is it?
Depends, I guess. Just
Yeah.
easy. Small, medium, I would say. Probably go medium.
Okay, put a medium on it. I trust you, Scotty.
Oof, first mistake.
Trust you to be wrong.
Smart.
All right, and then this one is just, we had talked about this. I go back and forth with it because it's just something that, what's her name?
Sherry.
Yeah.
Sherry, thank you. Wants, I mean, I don't think it's overly critical. It's just she wants to have the sales report sorted by partner. I did go around and ask the sales team and the account management team. Nobody cares.
Great,
So
let's just change it.
yeah, so she does care. So this is, I imagine this is an extra small, right? Just to change the sorting order of.
Yeah, just change
Of
the
this.
sorting order for the sales report.
Email.
We're not going to create a separate one. We're just going
No,
to change
just-
the email.
Just change it. And then, when I would say to just let me know when this is in code review, because before we release it, I just want to make sure, I'll just remind them that I'm doing it so that when they see it change, it will do. I mean, I know it's a little bit of a different group because it's not going to matter like to Tara, who follows your release stuff pretty carefully. It's going to maybe be Chase, but I talked to Chase, I talked to Charlie, I talked to Nick, I talked to everybody, and nobody cared. But I just want to let them know when we do it is all. Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody. That's nice
Oh,
to kind of.
This is the one we just did.
Oh, is there one more?
Oh, no, we just already just talked about this and it's already sized, so. Do we want this at the very bottom? Yes. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't need to be at the top. That's fine.
Yeah.
It may not
Perfect.
be at the bottom, but I may move it up a little bit, but I think it's okay for right now. Okay. All right. Is there anything else anybody has for today before we sign off?
No, hey, Scotty, do you wanna talk about that vending thing after? Or
Yeah, I can.
after
Or
your lunch?
if you're going to lunch, I'm not going to lunch for another hour or so. But if you're in lunch, you can do after. It's up
No,
to you.
we can do that. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just send you a Slack huddle.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Thanks everybody.
Okay.
You guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.